Story time. So this was 2 years ago and I was at school and it was a normal day until the principal went on the speaker and said, "We're in lockdown, go in your closets." So we went ahead and went in the closets. We were all confused. Some people were scared. Everyone was kind of asking the teacher what was going on and stuff. Now during this time, I wasn't asking anything or saying anything because I knew during a lockdown you don't want to say anything. So if there is someone in the school, they won't find where you are. But I was still listening to them because I was curious like everyone else. So while everyone was asking the questions, one girl stood up and said, "If you're not going to say what's going on, I'm going to get out of the closet." The teacher yelled at her and told her no. And the teacher yelled loud, so whoever was in the school obviously heard. So the door opened and everyone became silent. And so basically for part 2. So this was welcome to part 2. Okay, so the guy that came into our school was a prisoner that escaped prison. So he was like, "Where are you?" And he stood in there for at least 10 minutes. Then we thought he left, but he was completely silent, and the teacher gave us a look saying, "Do not talk and do not move." So we all listened to the way he looked, and my best friend, the girl that stood up saying she would leave, got up and left. She thought that the guy was gone and she was going to get a counselor. So as soon as she got out of the room, we heard gunshots. As soon as the gunshots said that, I knew immediately what happened. I started crying and I thought that she was dead. The guy didn't even try to come in the room that we were in, even though he knew where we were. He immediately left knowing that he should have not shot the girl. Wait for part 3. Welcome to part 3. So as soon as the guy left, we got out of the closet and started panicking. We didn't know what to do since she was shot in the head and we knew that she wouldn't make it. So we were all freaking out and so was I, and I was crying and I just couldn't breathe right and I didn't know what to do. The speaker went off saying that the police and the ambulance were coming since the principal heard a gunshot too. So when the police came, they found the guy who was hiding in a locker and he got contained and took into the police office. The ambulance were here and went in the room and took her. They said with their face, saying she would not make it. That was the worst day of my life. So the ambulance took her, and about 2 days later, we weren't allowed to go to the school since the guy was still on the loose. He escaped. So we all had to stay at our homes, and I visited my friend.
Yeah, this is part 1 of me exposing this famous TikToker who scams her fans. So one day I joined this Rich.me server, and a lot of people were spamming into the chat for some reason. So of course I opened the chat, and I've seen people saying, "OMG, it's you, I can't believe I'm such a big fan." So I was very convinced into thinking this was a famous YouTuber or a TikToker. And I was right, it was a TikToker. So then I teleported into the main lobby, and you won't believe what I saw. The famous TikToker in chat was saying, "Trust trading, best pets, but you first." This is a bit odd because influencers really don't do trust trades, especially when the fan goes first. At this point, I wasn't convinced into thinking she was gonna scam. But I did look into the chat to see if she scammed anyone, just in case. And of course she did. So it's the next day and I went to a different server and saw the same person! She was trying to scam a person. So I went up and informed her that she's a scammer and that I'll expose her on everything. We won't believe what she gave me. And what her response was. Like, follow, and comment! Guys, this is part 2 of me exposing a famous TikToker who scams her fans. So from part 1, like I said, I went up to her and informed her that you were the person who scammed the girl for her mega dragon. And of course she denied it, even though I got it all on record. Of course she left the game. I went onto my TikTok and made a video about her. She actually saw it and got all her friends to report my video. And then she blocked me right after. So of course I got deleted by community guidelines. So I made a whole other account and made a TikTok about her. And then the videos went viral. I searched her username up on Roblox and she didn't block.
My mom told me and my siblings that she had saved up enough money to buy her dream car. We were like, yes queen period. Anyways, after she picked up her new whip, she took us and we got some yummy McDonald's. My phone was on Bluetooth and we were blasting music and having a full-on karaoke session and all that fun shit, but of course I had to fucking spill my Coke, but my mom said it's no big deal, but I expected a whooping. The next day while she was cleaning her car, we had to go outside because we had a cleaner. I was learning the new WAP dance and didn't realize my phone was still on Bluetooth. So this is what my mom heard.
Now from the top, make it drop, that's a wet, now get a bucket and a mop, that's a wet, I'm talking wop.
My siblings were laughing like, bitch fucking shut up. My mom asked what WAP means and I had to go with the classic, and told her it meant waffles and pancakes smirking face. The next day she went shopping with my stepdad. Me and my siblings woke up with waffles and pancakes and had a note that said, Had to go to the shops. Hope y'all enjoy the WAP. We
Go to in-person school. I stay online and do school on Zoom. I thought being online was very convenient because I could bring my tablet anywhere with me and still be in school. One time when I was on my lunch break, my mom went to get me a taco from Taco Bell because my other option was McDisgusting and God knows that I would rather die than to eat that shit. I went to go get my food from the kitchen and went up to join my class because my lunch break was over. I was eating the taco and all of a sudden my stomach started to boom boom shakalaka grumble bumble. In my head I was just like, I can just bring my tablet to the bathroom with me while I shit. So I did that. I placed my tablet against the wall facing me and I took a shit. The shit literally shot out of my asshole faster than the earth could orbit around the sun. I did the most runny gunny, faster than a bunny, bees making honey. It spent my money. I was far from done me. I wasn't funny. Chubby bunny. Outside was sunny. Extremely smelly. Wiggled like jelly. Traumatized Kelly. Welly belly Nelly. Fly in a heli. Cell phone telly. Scared my cat Shelly. Petroleum jelly. People started laughing but I thought the teacher said something funny. Then the teacher said, Sophia, you had all of lunch break to use the bathroom and you choose to not only do it during class but to also show us all too. I froze for a good 3 seconds because of how embarrassed I was. I fell face first into the floor and left the Zoom and turned my tablet off. I stayed there with my face in the floor for like 3 minutes just taking in what I just did. I didn't go back to school for like 3 weeks. When I decided to go back, people called me.
When I was little I thought I could talk to trees. Because I had no friends. And I used to sit by them and say things, and one day I was talking to my tree friend called Kevin, and this girl went up to me and said, "Are you talking to that tree, freak?" And I started crying and hugged onto the tree. And while she was laughing one of the branches fell on the girl's head.